Please write the topic, name of the topic, it's coordinate geometry. You have read coordinate geometry in class 9, in class 10. Okay, so we know that what coordinate axes are. So when we place two number lines perpendicular to each other, then so this is x-axis and this is y-axis, positive x-axis, negative x-axis, and we have the same way positive y-axis and negative y-axis, and this is the origin where the two axes meet. Okay, that point is the origin. And at origin, both x and y coordinates are 0, 0, 0. So position of a point. How do we locate a position? Locate the position of a point on coordinate axis. So position of a point on coordinate axis is represented by xy, which is known as Cartesian coordinates of the point. X coordinate is called abscissa. On the other hand, y coordinate is called ordinate. This we have read in class 9. Okay. So abscissa is the x coordinate, ordinate is the y coordinate. Fine. So if we have to locate this point A, so this point A, coordinates of this point is xy. X means it is at a distance x from the origin on x-axis, and y means it is at a distance y from the origin on y-axis. So when we join these two lines, the point where these two lines, dotted lines meet, is the position of the point. This is how we locate the position. For example, if you want to locate a point 2, 3. So here x is 2 and y is 3. So our abscissa, our x coordinate is 2. So we'll locate this 2 here and 3, the ordinate here, and we will stretch these. Where these two lines meet is the position of the point. Okay. So what are quadrants? Yes, there are 4 quadrants. So this is first quadrant. In the first quadrant, you can see both x and y are positive. In the second quadrant, we have x negative and y positive. In the third quadrant, we have both x, y negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. All right. How to locate a point on the coordinate axis? This we have already discussed. So x is -4, abscissa is -4, ordinate is 3. So this is how we can locate these. Next, we have the equation of x-axis. So what is the equation of x-axis? If we locate the point 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, -2, 0, you can see that all these points lie on x-axis. And here we have, in all these points, we have ordinate, the y coordinate 0. Okay. So on x-axis, we have y equals to 0. So what is the equation of x-axis? It's y equals to 0. Similarly, we can find equation of y-axis. On y-axis, we find all these points. In all these points, we can see we have one thing common. Value of y is changing, but value of x, the x coordinate, the abscissa, is 0 everywhere. So we can write equation of y-axis as x equals to 0. Easy. Equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis. So if we have to draw a line parallel to x-axis, then you can see that every point on this line, this red line, we find the value of y as a constant. Because if we take point somewhere here or here or here, everywhere the value of y is b, but the value of x is changing. So any line which is parallel to x-axis has constant value of y. And here that constant is b. So we can write the equation as y equals to b for this particular case. Similarly, we can write the equation of a line which is parallel to y-axis. So if a line is parallel to y-axis, here we can see at every point on this blue line, you can see the value of y is changing. But value of x is at a distance c from y-axis everywhere. Because these are parallel lines. Now this line is parallel to y-axis. So we can find, we can see that this distance c, this is the constant distance, and it is the value of x. So on y-axis, any line which is parallel to y-axis, we have the value of x constant. And here the constant is c. So we can write the equation as x equals to c for this particular case. Any doubt as of now? Nothing to ask. Very simple, na? Basic. You have already read about these things in lower classes. Now we have distance formula. You have done distance formula in class 10, right? So if you have 2 points A, these 2 points, the coordinates of this point is x1, y1, and coordinates of this point is x2, y2, then we can easily find distance using Pythagorean theorem. It is square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. On the basis of distance formula, we can find the distance within these 2 points. P is 2, 3 and Q is 1, 0. Please find the distance now. So we have P here and this is Q. Coordinates of P, we have 2, 3 and coordinates of Q, we have 1, 0. So we can consider coordinates of P as x1, y1 and coordinates of Q as x2, y2. Now we'll use distance formula here. PQ is equal to under the root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Now put the values here. X2 is 1, x1 is 2. So 1 minus 2 square plus y2 is 0, y1 is 3. 0 minus 3 square. So minus 2, 1 minus 2 is minus 1 square, minus 1 square is 1, and we have 0 minus 3 square. It's minus 3 square. It is 1 plus 3, 1 plus 9, sorry, 1 plus 9 root 10. Okay, root 10 units. This is the distance between the 2 points. Next, we have section formula. In section formula, we find the coordinates of a point which divides the line joining 2 points in a fixed ratio. We had chosen m is to n and k is to 1 in class 10, right? So here we are taking m is to n ratio. So we have A and B as the 2 points, and P is the point, and this point P divides the line segment AB in the ratio m is to n. So we can easily find coordinates of P using section formula. So coordinates of P will be this. X coordinate is mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. Similarly, we can find y coordinate. Y coordinate of P is my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Do you want to write this formula? No? Great. Good. आपको अच्छे से आता है. Okay. So now we have to find the coordinates of the point that divides the line segment joining the points 2, 5 and minus 3, minus 10 internally in the ratio 3 is to 2. We have a point A, point B, coordinates of A is 2, 5 and that of B is minus 3, minus 10, and we have a point P somewhere in the on the line joining the line somewhere on the line AB. Let the coordinates of point P be xy, and the ratio is m is to n, and here m is to n is 3 is to 2. It is given to us, and this is x1, y1, and this is x2 and y2. So what is the formula? X is equal to m x2 plus n x1 upon m plus 1. This is how we write. So we'll simply put the values here. M is 3, x2 is minus 3, plus n, the value of n is 2, x1 is 2, divided by m plus n, 3 plus 2. What is the value of x coordinate? It's minus 9 plus 4 upon 5, and the answer is minus 5 by 5, it is minus 1. So similarly, we can find y coordinate. Y coordinate is m y2 plus n y1 upon m plus n. Put the values and get the answer. 3 into minus 10 plus 2, y1 is 5 divided by 3 plus 2. It is minus 30 plus 5 2s are 10 upon 5, minus 20 by 5, minus 4. So coordinates of P, we have minus 1 and minus 4. Okay. Any doubt? Are you getting the same answer? Midpoint formula can be derived from the section formula only. Here we have m is to n equals to 1 is to 1. So we'll put the value of m and n as 1, 1, and we will get this relation. Okay. And here in this case, you can see that these points are given. So we have to find the coordinates of the midpoint. Midpoint means the line, the point which divides this line into two equal parts. So we'll put the values here of x1, x2, y1, y2, and we'll get this. Next, how do we find slope of a line? So here we have 2 points which are given to us. Coordinates of this point x1 are x1, y1, and that of this point b is x2, y2. So we can easily find slope as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, we simply have to subtract the ordinates and the abscissa. Okay, slope of a line means inclination of the line with x-axis. So we can also find slope by taking tangent of this angle theta. Theta is the angle, you can see. It shows the inclination of the line. Okay. Suppose we have two different lines. Let's consider, suppose we have, this is first line, and let's consider another line as this. So you can see here theta is small. And because slope is tan theta. So for small angle, we have value of this value of m will be smaller. If theta is small, then m is also small. And when we increase the value of this angle, this theta, when theta increases, then theta increases, then tan theta also increases. Okay. And when tan theta increases, m increases. The slope increases with the angle. More the angle, more is the slope. And how do we find slope? We have, you can see that as we have here, we have these 2 points. So we can easily find this distance because you can see when we locate the points, this is our x2, right? And this is our x1. So if you subtract these two, this is x2, x2 is this, and your x1 is this, right? When you subtract these two, you get this. And this is equal to this line segment. Similarly, we can find for y. Y2 is here and y1 is here, right? Y1 means this is y1 and this is y2. So when we subtract these two, we get this length. This is equal to y2 minus y1. And how do we find slope? See, this angle is theta because why this angle is theta? Because this angle is theta, we're taking this angle as theta. This is the angle of inclination. And because this line is parallel to this x-axis, so they are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal in case of parallel lines. If this angle is theta, this has to be theta only. Okay, and we say that slope is how inclined the line with the axis is. So m is equal to tan theta, and tan theta is perpendicular by base, right? This is how we write. Tan theta is perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is y2 minus y1, and base is x2 minus x1. So collectively, we can write like this. Compute the slope of the line containing the points minus 2, 3, and 2. How will you find the slope? X1, y1, and x2, y2 is given. You can find the slope easily, right? So x1, y1 is minus 2, 3. X2, y2 is 2, 1. Formula for slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You simply have to put the values here. 1 minus 3 divided by 2 minus of minus 2. It is minus 2 upon 4. Answer is minus half. So slope is minus. Are you getting the same answer? Slope intercept form is when slope of the line and y-intercept is given, then we write slope intercept. we use this formula y is equal to mx plus b. This is point slope form. In point slope form, slope is given and x1 and y1, these two coordinates are given. Equation of a straight line, slope intercept form. Here we are talking about y-intercept, point where the line cuts the y-axis. Okay, point where the line cuts the y-axis. Slope intercept form. How do we write equation of any straight line in the slope intercept? See, this is the line. We can choose any 2 points as we have chosen here P and Q. So we can find the slope. Slope is the gradient. It is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And this line cuts the y-axis at this point. Right? So M is the slope and this C is the y-intercept. Y-intercept means it is the y-coordinate of the point at which it crosses the y-axis, at which the line crosses the y-axis. The equation can be written as y is equal to mx plus c. M is the slope and c is the y-intercept. And where M is tan theta. This is the slope intercept. Please write this. Then find the equation of the line with slope -3 and passing through the point 2, 3. So we have a line and this line passes through a point 2, 4 and slope of this line is -3. We have to form the equation. How will we write the equation?
y plus 2 mx
Y is equal to mx plus c में put करोगे. C, value of c is not given. Yes, find the equation. See, we can write y minus y1 divided by x minus x1 is equal to m. We can choose a, see, I'll explain you how. One point is given to us, it's 2, 3. So we can choose an arbitrary point x, y, and this point is moving on this line. We can, arbitrary point means we are just imagining a point and this point can be anywhere on this line. Can be here, this point can be here, anywhere on this line. It's an arbitrary point. Okay, so let's take an arbitrary point. Now we know the slope of the line can be obtained by subtracting the y coordinates divided by, we subtract the x coordinates. This is how we find the slope. Let's consider this as your x2, y2 and this as your x1, y1. Okay. Now you have to put the values here. So -3 because m is -3, it is given to us. Y2 is y, y1 is 4, x2 is x, x1 is 2. Now we'll simplify this. We'll get y minus 4 is equal to -3, x minus 2. This can be written as, you can further write y minus 4 is equal to -3x, minus minus plus, 3 2s are 6. Move this 3x to that side. We will get 3x plus y is equal to 6 plus 4 is 10. This is the equation. Easy. Find the equation of the line passing through the points 1, 3 and -1, 2. Now we have two different points. This is 1, 3 and this is -1. You know point slope form? What is it? Point slope form. Y minus y1. Y minus y1 upon x minus x1 is equal to m. Okay. We can also write this as y minus y1 upon x minus x1 is equal to, this slope can be written as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. We will not use tan theta because angle is not given. Two coordinates are given, accordingly we'll use this. Okay, so let's consider this as x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. Now put the values. this implies y minus y1 is 3, x minus x1 is 1. It is equal to y2. 2 minus 3 upon x2 minus 1 minus x1. So we can write this as y minus 3 divided by x minus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 is minus 1 divided by minus 2. Now cross multiply this, you will get 2 into y minus 3 is equal to 1 into x minus 1. So we can write this as 2y minus 2 3 is 6. Here we have x minus 1. We'll get the answer x minus 2y. This is the equation. X minus 2y is equal to minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. Okay. Easy. You'll be studying this in your maths. 11th maths. This year. Should I clear the screen? Should I clear the screen? Now we will write the equation of a straight line in two intercept form. Two intercept form means we have both the x and y intercept this time. We have a line and it crosses both the x and y axis. So where the line cuts the x axis, that coordinate of x is called x intercept. And where the line cuts the y axis, that coordinate of y is called y intercept. Okay. So you can see, so what is the x intercept? It is a. And y intercept is b. So this is how we write the equation. It's x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. X upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. Find the equation of the line with x-intercept 2 and y-intercept minus 1. X-intercept is 2, a is 2, y-intercept is minus 1, b is minus 1. Equation of the line, slope-intercept form, it's 2-intercept. 2-intercept form. 2-intercept form is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. Now put the values. Solve this. Simplify this. You get x minus 2y is equal to 1. This implies x minus 2y minus 2 is equal to 0. Are you getting the same answer?